Today we're eating death row inmates' last meal.
If you guys don't know, when you're put on death row, the day before it happens, you get one request of whatever meal you want.
And some of the things people choose will blow your mind.
First up, we have Charles Peace, who murdered a man after becoming obsessed with his wife. Interestingly, he had been permanently crippled in an industrial accident as a teenager.
But what was his final meal?
It was one of our favorite things in the world, an English breakfast.
Oh my god, I need this.
That guy knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
He
Bro,
knows what he's doing.
that's crazy, man. Look at that. I know a lot of you watching this are American. This may seem weird to you, but all of our Brits out there, you know how special this meal is.
I'm so excited right now.
Honestly, I don't want to ever say something like this, but if I had to choose a last meal, an English breakfast would be in there, amongst
yeah.
other things.
It would be up at the top.
It would be very high up there.
It's so good.
Oh wow, I'm going straight for this sausage, bro. An English breakfast is basically like, you know, sausage, hash browns, a bit of mushrooms, fried eggs,
tomatoes too if you want
bacon,
black pudding as well.
and show the Americans,
Really
what a hash brown from England is.
This is a real hash brown, none of that shredded just like.
Bro.
McDonald's hash brown.
This is how it's done.
Wow. The only way to eat an English breakfast is to cut a bit out of everything and have it all together, just like Jarvis is doing now. Wow, look at that's how you should eat English breakfast.
That's a bite.
That is, ooh. At least you guys know how good of a last meal this is if you've never had an English breakfast.
Yeah, I would die a happy man.
Yeah, happy man.
And the bacon is like a classic English tradition. It's none of that American rashers stuff they sell. This is real bacon, okay? And you can't find it in America, which is so weird. Imagine if you got the last meal and they overcooked your eggs, bro.
Oh, you'd be fuming.
I'd be so angry. Up next, we have Fritz Hamann, who was a German serial killer known as the Vampire of Hanover. He assaulted, dismembered, and murdered 24 young men. He got his nickname because his preferred method of murder was biting into his victim's throat. In 1924, he was sentenced to death by beheading, and his last meal request was a Brazilian cup of coffee and a cigar. That is crazy.
What?
I don't understand.
For his last meal, all he wanted was a cigar and a Brazilian cup of
I
coffee.
mean, maybe he just didn't want a meal, he just wanted a great send-off.
I mean, yeah, that makes
So how
sense.
do we do this now? Do we spark this up or like?
I don't know. What are you saying?
They're high. 100%. They're high. They gotta be.
Alright, first off, I'm gonna try this Brazilian coffee. Yeah, it's very strong. You wanna try that? It's extremely strong. It's like pure coffee.
Oh, wow.
That is strong, man. Jesus.
Oh my gosh. It's obviously very clear this guy just wanted to enjoy his last few moments on the planet with, you know, some coffee and a cigar.
Harry Charles Moore was an American murderer who shot and killed his half-sister by firing 4 shots to her head. He then drove to her former husband's house and killed him too. He was sentenced to death in 1993 and executed by the lethal injection. His last meal consisted of 2 green apples, 2 red apples, and a tray of fresh fruit, and a 2-liter bottle of Coke.
Wow, this is a weird mix though, fruit and a massive
Yeah,
bottle
you
of
try to be
Coke.
healthy, but then like...
It's just
But
getting
they're
a
not healthy.
crazy sugar rush, bro. Honestly, he picked really well with the mango. I do like mango a lot.
This is a nice last meal.
I wonder why he requested 2 red apples and 2 green apples. See, I don't eat apples that often. Is there a big difference between them?
It's a lot of apples.
Is it the same thing?
This
or
guy's
is it-
killed someone, so like he's not all good
That's
at
a
that.
very good point, honestly, yeah. So there has to be a taste difference, like.
Yeah, I mean green apples are more like sour, right?
Yeah, I prefer red apples.
Okay, yeah, that tastes like a normal
red
apple
is-
that I would eat.
okay.
Oh yeah, oh my god, that's so much more sour.
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
I just like red apples.
Mate, this tastes 10 times better than green.
Yeah.
There's no sourness at all.
No. Wow, he's also got 2 liters of Coca-Cola, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, that is crazy, man. The combination of Coca-Cola with all of these melons and lemons and stuff is crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna get him cracked out.
John Martin Scripps was a serial killer who murdered 3 tourists in Singapore and Thailand.
What makes him so crazy is that he cut up his victims using his butchery skills that he learned being a chef in prison. He was sentenced to death by hanging after the judge in Singapore saw the pictures of his victim. This was the first Brit to be executed in Singapore since 1959. His last meal request was pizza and a hot chocolate.
I'm not complaining.
Yeah, Yeah, it's kind of crazy. This is a very strange combination.
Yeah,
Bit
who
of
has hot
sweet
chocolate
and
and
savory.
Yeah, that is nuts. Do you want to know what's crazy as well? When I was reading up about this guy, I found out that his wife that he had said that he would often just disappear on work trips to the United States and Singapore, not knowing what he was doing.
That's
Like,
messed up.
that is
Imagine
really-
finding out that news.
That's kind of crazy. That's making me not want to eat the pizza.
What?
I swear.
It feels weird though.
Yeah, just knowing that this
Like, know what I
exact
mean?
combination
This
was
food and
somebody's last meal.
Yeah.
bro.
What would be your last meal? Comment down below. I'm saying pizza right now.
Honestly.
Ah.
What would my last meal be? Victor Fuga's last meal is the most interesting of them all. It's inside this cup right now. Can you guess what this is before we show you? Victor Fuga was convicted of killing and kidnapping his doctor, Edward Bartles, who was found in a cornfield with a gunshot through his head. And do you know why he killed his doctor?
Why?
All because he was trying to gain access to any drugs he had been carrying.
What?
That's it. So in 1963, he was put to death by hanging, and he, by far, had the most strange last meal request, which I will show you guys right now. Can you guess what it is? Yes.
Why?
It's an olive with a pit in it.
Single olive.
And he specifically requested for this olive to have a pit in it, and I want you guys to try and guess why. Why would he do that?
I don't know. I feel like olives with pip taste better.
Yeah, it might
Right.
be.
He hoped that once he swallowed the pip, that after his body was buried, that an olive tree would sprout up from his corpse.
Wait,
And
what?
I don't know if an olive tree ever did grow. That is
I
something
don't
we'll
know
have
if
to
that's
find
how
out.
it
Yeah.
works, right?
I don't know.
No, that's quite wholesome.
Yeah.
Even though he's a murderer, you know.
No, yeah, I mean,
Wants to be an olive tree. Don't you
I
want
mean,
to be an
let's
olive
see if
tree?
an
We have
olive
to do what he
tree.
did.
Yeah. See if it works.
See if an olive tree grows out of me tomorrow.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna be an olive tree in the morning.
Gary Lee Davis was a convicted American murderer who was sentenced to death by lethal injection. He was the only person to be executed by the state of Colorado from the year 1968 to 2020. Literally, only him, and here's why. So Davis kidnapped his neighbor in front of their children, drove her to a field where he assaulted and murdered her by shooting her 14 times with a rifle.
Oh my god.
When he went to trial in front of a judge, he confessed everything. Didn't hold anything back. He told the judge the whole story, which is mind-blowing. It's why he's the only person that was given the death penalty in this time. His last meal request was vanilla and chocolate ice cream.
Wow, okay.
If you didn't know this too, he also requested a cigarette, but it was denied by the prison. They didn't give it to him.
By the end of this video, I'm kind of realizing, like, I don't think these people deserve meals.
I know,
But I
you
was
know
thinking,
what
you
I'm
know, it's their last meal, they should have something nice put front.
Yeah.
After hearing these stories like that, you know.
Obviously not.
So messed up.
What's crazy about Davis too is that Davis actually did show some serious remorse, which the judge agreed with, but denied him having the death penalty because it doesn't
Serious
outweigh
remorse,
what he
bro.
did. No, obviously no, but it didn't outweigh what he did, so obviously
Yeah,
the judge denied it. But yeah, his last meal was ice cream, chocolate, and vanilla. Pretty interesting last meal.
Yeah.
And honestly, he didn't even ask for strawberry ice cream, so I don't actually want to eat that.